Notice how bosses in LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga have these really cool attacks? Take for example this charge dash attack or this leaping ground smash. Ever wanted to perform these moves by yourself? Well, in fact, you can, thanks to this neat little glitch that allows you to fight against or play as the boss version of Darth Vader from the final mission of Return of the Jedi. This glitch has not been patched as of recording this video and is extremely easy to execute for yourself. So by the end of this video, you yourself will be able to play as the boss variant of Vader on your copy of LEGO Star Wars. And for those wondering, yes, this can be done on the Nintendo Switch, PS4 and 5, Xbox and PC. So without any further ado, let's get right into the video. So here we've managed to import the boss version of Darth Vader into Coruscant. Just look at this little guy, he's like raring to go. So one thing you'll notice is that your standard attacks are much slower. I'm using an Xbox controller on my PC and just mashing the X button to attack shows these attacks aren't fast. Take a look at the comparison between standard playable Vader and boss Vader and you can instantly notice the difference. This is because it's mimicking the same attack animations and moves from when you get to fight against Vader as Luke in the campaign. I honestly couldn't tell you if these attacks do more damage either. I don't think they do, but definitely test it out for yourself nonetheless. But let's get into the interesting stuff. Here you can see me activate the lightsaber duel animation against Luke. This is what the boss sees when you go into that special interaction where you have to spam the Y button over and over as the lightsabers clash again and again. Better yet, you instantly win every duel you start, and when winning, Vader becomes temporarily unplayable just so he can cheer for himself. The ego on this guy, Jesus. This isn't the only time this happens either. If you defeat literally any enemy, the little guy stands in place and laughs. This is a different animation too. As you can see, Vader will have one standard cheering animation when winning a lightsaber duel and two different laughing animations when defeating anybody else. Before we move on to the other movesets, I noticed Obi-Wan was blocking some of my moves too. Now, I wasn't playing co-op, this is entirely friendly AI at play here, but I don't think I've ever seen this before, and I wasn't sure if this was unique behavior because I was playing a boss character, or that I'd just not encountered something like this yet. Let me know in the comments if you've seen this as well and it's just normal AI behavior. But anyway, let's take a look at some of the moves this boss variant of Vader has that standard playable Vader doesn't. Here we have this ground move where Vader swings his lightsaber up to knock up an enemy and then slam the lightsaber into the ground. I could only get this move to happen once, surprisingly, but I think it's just a ground slam without any air. Then you have this charge attack where you dash directly towards your target in one cardinal direction. One thing I noticed too is that when you play as boss Vader, your dashes are crazy fast. Look how fast this dude moves. It was definitely not as fast as this when I was fighting against him. The camera gets a bit buggy when you do it from a distance as well, which I thought was pretty cool. Next you have this really cool jump lunge attack where Vader will leap over to where his target is and slam his lightsaber onto the ground. Now he doesn't slam the lightsaber into the ground like he does in the previous move I mentioned, so this is definitely a new move entirely, but this is what bosses do when you get too far away from them and they want to get back to fighting. And honestly, looking at this one, it's definitely one of my favorite moves of the lot. And finally, you have the lightsaber throw, which is a bit different from the standard lightsaber throw you get with normal characters. You can only throw in one direction, which is directly towards your main target, and you can see where it's roughly going thanks to the indicator on the floor. The weird thing about it, however, is that it can go at different speeds depending on where you are, but here in these two examples that I'm giving you right now, they're totally at different speeds because of the different distances, I think. It's really weird behavior that I can't explain for you guys, but it's interesting nonetheless. Just to note, some of these moves get real buggy and glitchy at times. Just look at how Vader slides across the floor after throwing his lightsaber, like he's doing some sort of figure skating. Very fancy Vader. One time I wasn't recording, I threw the lightsaber and it just never came back. Vader was left there determined it would come back to him like a lost soul. Unfortunately, for the life of me, I could not recreate that bug, but maybe you guys can. One other funny bug is that Vader will stand in place completely stuck after swinging your lightsaber around just once. You can fix this by throwing your lightsaber, however. I mean, cool pose though, right? One final funny little glitch I found is if you have the Mandalorian as your second playable character in your party, it also spawns Baby Yoda, which is not playable. But what I find funny is if you actually play as the boss variant of Vader, Baby Yoda just can't decide whether or not to have its cradle opened or closed. You can just see it spamming out, closing and opening rapidly. And what's also interesting is that there is no Baby Yoda head, like the minifig is missing the head entirely. Kind of creepy, kind of funny, I'll let you guys decide on that one. Regarding playing Vader in places other than free roaming, I'm afraid you're out of luck. When selecting a mission, I can't seem to prevent the free play mode from changing the characters I've pre-selected in a free roaming area, and it looks like it selects a few random characters instead. Even if you did get Vader randomly in a free play mission, it's still changing out your current character loadout when in the free roam, so it won't work regardless, which is a bummer. But grabbing a friend to play co-op could make this little glitch really fun, which actually brings me to my next point of topic, why this even happens in the first place. Well, we've covered that already on a previous video, where we show off the Vader glitch and use it to fight against him instead. But if you're only interested in knowing how to replicate the glitch for yourself, here it is again. All you need to do is load up the final mission of Return of the Jedi in story mode, that bit is really important, skip the cutscene that plays, and then immediately quit the level. After returning to free roam, quickly pause and then quit to the main menu, then reload your save. After that, Boss Vader should be in your party and you can swap over to him to play as him. The reason this glitch happens is because this Boss Vader is not like any other bosses in the game. He works by being an enemy that you can defeat but is actually in your party. You just can't select him. However, that's because if you play this mission in co-op mode, a friend can actually control Vader for themselves and make the mission just a tad more harder for you. Once you begin facing Palpatine in the latter half of the mission, Vader becomes an ally and is now selectable in your party when you fight off the Sovereign Guards. Now basically what we're doing in this glitch is adding the boss version of Vader to our party and then moving him out of that mission. Simple as that. It's a glitch with a really cool backstory and premise, and I hope that this little discovery adds a bit more enjoyment to your playthrough of LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. Just a heads up, this won't affect your achievements or gaining 100% on your save file, so don't panic if you're worried about that. But besides that, that's pretty much everything we have to cover about this cool little Vader glitch. If you missed our first half of this glitch, I'll leave a link to that video in the info card at the top right corner now, or in the pinned comment down below. And hey, if you love everything LEGO Star Wars or Star Wars gaming in general, and you're looking to make a few new friends, why not join our Discord? We've about 3,000 of you there already and growing, and we'd love to see you there. So invite code will be in the pinned comment down below. But besides that, guys, we have come to the end of the video. You've been watching EcksToo, I've been Charlie, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, guys.